Hello and welcome back to a Crumpled podcast full of crumpled up people. It sounds weird, but that's because it is weird, so it kind of works out. If you are new here, this is a podcast where my co-host and I catch up on what's been going on for only a little bit, because then the fun stuff happens, where we theorize, design, and fabricate fun characters and possibilities after given a prompt that one of us, mostly me, provides. It's kind of like a think tank if people in the think tank were confused all the time and kind of just hoping for the best. We hope you enjoy, and if you don't, keep it to yourself. Love you, bye, enjoy.
Princess.
That's my nickname in the bedroom. Princess.
No, it's not.
Our cat is, our cat, when she's bad, she's monster, but when she just needs to be addressed, she's princess.
Even
and I just
she's
call
bad,
her.
I call her princess.
That's
honestly.
true. And
but she is a monster.
Just don't call her ever because I don't want to ever address her as a person.
Her name is actually Bested. He didn't actually address that either.
Well, just say.
That's it.
Just say nothing. The rest of an hour of silence.
Yep.
Okay, so we're gonna do a mind meld. You ready?
Wait. What is that?
Okay.
Wait.
Yeah, you gonna ask me a question and wait for the answer? Or you're just gonna keep interrupting the answer?
Wait. Before that, you answer that question.
Okay.
How are you inserting an intro like right after you paused and like that's it, or do we?
No,
need
it's
to,
gonna
like,
start
say?
off. It's gonna start it off.
Okay, so we don't need to say anything.
No, I made a new intro.
Sorry, we're learning the transitions and intro,
She
and I
says
don't know
we.
how things work, so I'm just checking.
I found out that I could get free music on the Adobe software that I'm using. Am I screaming?
I mean, you're always screaming. You're just a very aggressive person.
I don't mean to be screaming.
I don't think you are. I'm just being a smartass.
Do I turn this down? Whatever. I don't care. If this doesn't work as an episode, it doesn't work. Who cares? But I found out how to use
Royalty free.
music. Yes, and we made an intro, and it's just me doing the first one right now, and then we'll have Emmy do a recording one too, so we can switch back and forth. And then we also have a transition.
Yeah, because
for
we're fancy
prompt
like
time.
that.
So it might be really cringy. I don't care. It's fun.
Okay. Be
And
prepared.
then
We
we'll-
enjoy it, so you're forced to enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly. And then we'll change it if we need to.
Okay. What's a mind meld?
Okay, so I'm going to count down from 3. I want to say 3, 2.
I don't do good under pressure.
Okay, well, we're doing it together. I want to say 3, 2, 1, and then after 1. So if it would be like 3, 2, 1, go. Instead of go, we're both going to say a word. So I'd be like 3.
This is very scary for me.
So I would say 3, 2, 1, pineapple, and then you would also say a word at the same time.
You're making me very anxious.
And the goal, no one else is here, just the dog, and he's not even looking at you. The goal for the mind meld is for us to say the same exact word.
What are the chances? Like, mathematically, what are actually the chances of us saying the same
Well,
exact
there's like
word?
an infinite amount of words. You can create a new word whenever you want. So you can't you can't
Actually
like put
determine
a
the
statistic to
chances?
it. Yeah, no. We can say 1 in a billion if you want.
That's bullshit.
Okay, so you ready?
How many times are we doing this?
3.
Okay.
I actually didn't have an amount, but we're doing
No,
3.
I know, but
apparently.
you're stressing me out.
Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1.
Apple.
Batman. Okay. Practice round. 3, 2, 1.
Pokemon.
Blueberry. Okay. All right, last one. The swirl of marbles.
I don't understand why you're laughing at me.
3, 2, 1. Orange. You gotta be a little quicker. About
Sorry.
that.
Okay. My brain. No, I can't. Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Ornament.
Tall. Ornament. So we sucked at that, but it's probably for the best.
I'm not gonna lie. The things that I said happened to be in the room.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are they behind me right now?
Oh
my fuck. Close your eyes.
Not necessarily.
They're
They're just like
close
in
it.
the general. They're like
Close your eyes.
related.
Close.
I can't do this with my eyes closed. It's very stressful.
3, 2, 1. Banana.
Apple.
You repeated the same word.
Okay.
No, we're done. It's over. We moved on. You're
We're
bad.
supposed to only do 3.
Well, you didn't even do the first 3, honestly. You chibbed them.
I mean, the first one I did that I said apple the first time was honest.
I don't believe you.
There's not an apple in the room.
They'll never know. I like your socks today. You chose good socks.
Thanks. They're black and white checkered.
They
have
have
a little
rose
rose
on
on the front.
Okay. I'll give you a question that's a little light.
I get really stressed out in weird situations and under pressure, guys. You can't ask me to just say something out of my noggin like that. It's just not how that works. Just as a side note. Okay, continue.
It's true. She is horrible under pressure.
Yes.
Lava Girl.
'Kay.
I almost said it. Batman. Lava Girl and Shark Boy.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl. You have to say it in the correct order.
which one would you rather have the powers of?
I'm a shark boy person, but I'm also an animal person.
Why wouldn't you want to be able to? Because I feel like Shark Boy only is helpful near bodies of water.
I mean, you're accurate.
Does he have other powers?
I don't remember. I haven't seen it in a really long time. Isn't he like super fast?
Oh, maybe.
I think he is. Like even on land, I think he's pretty fast.
Damn, maybe I should have re-educated myself before asking
Yeah,
this
because I haven't seen it in a really long time. Well, and Lava Girl's outfit much better than Shark Boy's.
That's true.
And Lava Girl in general is just bomb. Like I love Lava Girl.
they're both bomb.
Yeah, they are. But like removing myself from the characters played in the movie, like power based.
Just look
Shark
wise.
Boy.
Oh,
No,
just
power
power based.
based.
You want Shark Boy, but look wise, you want Lava Girl.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's not because Lava Girl is a girl.
No, because I like her like
just purely outfit.
yeah,
based.
like her outfit and stuff. Yeah. And plus, I mean, lava abilities would be badass. I'm not dissing her powers. I just feel like personally, I would connect more with the Shark Boy vibe.
Because then you get to like hang out with sharks.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
not
Like, how do you say no to that?
Aren't sharks like not actually that aggressive? Unless
Provoked.
yeah,
Yeah, normally, or very very hungry.
I'd give a shark a really good hug.
I saw something online that was a lady that was diving, and there was a bunch of sharks swimming around her. And they were just being chill, like they were smaller sharks. And one had a hook in its mouth. He was not happy about it, but she took the hook out of his mouth. And then, like, a little while, like, he swam off, like, all angry. And then he came back and was, like, nuzzling her.
That's adorable.
And every time she dives now, he goes see her.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like, he remembers that, like, she helped him.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Those cookie cutter sharks are little fuckers, though.
Those things are scary as shit.
Yeah, I don't... Those like... I'm, like, terrified to pee in the ocean because of, like... You know the thing where, like, if you pee in the river, a thing's going to swim up your pee hole.
Oh, yeah. That's a thing, isn't it?
Yeah, so I don't even know if it's, like... It could be as likely as me getting struck by lightning, but I am never taking that chance.
I've never even...
Ever.
I forget about that even being a thing. Didn't that happen in, like, a movie with a character?
Oh, I have no clue.
I think it did.
I know it's never going to happen to this character.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm pointing to myself for context.
No, you don't need to know the context.
I'm just pointing to the dog.
Yep.
Because he'll never pee in the river. So it's been a bit since our last upload, but I come with new intro that you're gonna skip and new transition you can also skip.
Yeah, but you'll know now what's happening, right?
It's true. So we have it to be like the new intro for like any new listeners who decide to like pick a random episode. This is gonna be episode 4. Very cool. I'm very excited to get to double digits, slowly but surely.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have a transition. I haven't decided if we're going to change the transition like every episode or just keep the same one. You know, I'm going to feel it out. If people come back to me and they're like, that sucked, I'm going to be like, okay, we'll figure something else out.
We won't take your input into consideration because we like it and screw you.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'd have to agree with that. I want to point out that it is May, and Emmy's wearing a Halloween Town sweatshirt.
Halloween Town is relevant all times of year.
It's true. A true spooky
Jacob
girl.
had never seen Halloween Town, and he's a disgrace to Halloween Towners everywhere.
That's not true. I saw it last year for the
because
first time.
I showed it to you.
That is true. It's a very good movie.
He got me the sweatshirt, though, so he's making up for it.
I haven't seen the second or third one yet.
No, you haven't. I'm slacking in that department.
Sure, we'll blame you. That's so much easier for me. Fuck you!
You suck.
Yeah, that's true. So what do you got going on? You got anything else to keep up on? I can only do so much with my mind melds, you know?
The fucking mind meld.
I think it's actually... I saw that when somebody was getting their, like, tarot card... No.
Fortune's red.
It's something about, like, some special
Palms
cards,
red.
and you work with a partner, and, like, the partner closes their eyes, and, like, you pick a card, and you're supposed to, like, mind meld with them so they can, like, see what the card is through your
tarot.
eyes or whatever. Yeah, it's not tarot. I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, he doesn't.
But that's where I saw that, and I just thought it'd be funny because I knew you'd suck. But then you said apple twice, and here we are.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be so bad at it. It's just a lot of pressure.
It probably wasn't that good either. I don't even remember the words I said. I just kind of blacked out in the moment.
Octopus.
I did not say octopus.
No, I'm saying it right now.
Oh, I was about to believe you too. I was
that
like,
was
did
the
I?
next. That was the next word that popped into my head.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, that's relevant.
You're welcome.
Would you prefer an octopus over a squid?
It depends. Cuttlefish got to be thrown in there too, because those little fuckers are cool.
What?
What?
Does a cuttlefish have tentacles?
Yes.
Are you serious? What is a cuttlefish?
It looks like a cute little tiny octopus, but they're sideways.
What?
Everybody, go look at pictures of cuttlefish.
Are you about to Google it?
Yep, I'll show Jacob real quick.
So we have octopi,
Octopods.
octopusi. We have... I already forgot what it's called. A cuttlefish?
Yes.
And squids. Oh, they're adorable.
Cuttlefish are the cutest little fuckers ever.
Okay, we'll pick one.
Probably cuttlefish.
Okay, if you couldn't pick cuttlefish.
Okay, probably octopus. I really like their little cuteness, and they're badass. They're like super intelligent,
That's
and
true.
I'm sure squids are too. But people don't talk about squids as much as octopi.
That doesn't mean
And
they're
their camouflage is super cool.
Oh, that is crazy.
Yeah, I do like that squids have the 2 longer tentacles though. I just picture them like slapping somebody, like.
I could see that. I
Yeah.
bet you they'd be gangster in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Just so good. Either one of them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That's all I had. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Don't
Just
listen
kidding.
to him.
I need to find my phone.
Not even prepared.
I need to
Brings me
find
into
my
this
phone.
room and makes me do this damn podcast.
I know.
Forces me,
She's
gun to my
handcuffed.
head.
She's handcuffed to the chair right now.
Not even prepared.
I know. She still doesn't want to be here.
I don't know why.
I'm not even prepared, says the guy who's been providing all of the fun times.
I don't
And you
know.
hit me with Apple!
I don't know why I even show up for this.
Me neither. Go away.
We went shopping today. We got him some new dress pants. They're blue.
We did. I don't have a lot of my repertoire. So, you know.
He has dress shirts, but not dress pants.
Yeah, I'm a dirty boy.
He's a growing boy. He's
We're
growing
getting
out of his stuff.
We're getting there. I am. There's a lot of things I'm growing out of. Not because, like...
Because he's a growing boy.
Yeah, you know. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Am I 18? Am I 35?
You'll
Am I
never know.
sad? You'll never know.
You'll never know.
You know how Y is a vowel sometimes?
How, what?
How Y is a vowel sometimes? A-E-I-O-U and sometimes Y.
What?
So
What about vowels?
So vowels, right?
Yeah.
A-E-I-O-U.
Yeah, and
And-
sometimes Y.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Give me one example where Y is a vowel.
I don't fucking know. I'm not an English major.
Me neither, bro. Why is it sometimes Y?
I don't understand
Somebody told me that today.
why
and it
my
bothered me.
brain just did not comprehend that you were saying the word Y or the word vowel. My brain was like, what did you even say? Is Y is Y a vowel sometimes? What did you say?
I don't remember. It's been okay. If the Y
Super
makes a
confused.
hard Y sound, as in yes or beyond, Y is a consonant. If the Y makes a short I sound, as in myth or gym, Y is a vowel.
That makes sense.
What the hell?
Didn't
If the
know
Y
that.
makes a
Did you
long
just Google
I
it?
sound, no, this is all from the brain. I'm just looking at my phone for fun.
Mm-hmm.
If the Y makes a
Thought he was
long
getting
I,
our prompts, but whatever.
we're fighting. If Y makes a long I sound, as in my or fly, Y is a vowel.
What about like funny or tiny? Things end in Y a
Tiny.
lot.
Then I don't think it counts. I'm using with no information.
Okay, I was just curious.
Y is a vowel for fry. No, I think if it makes an E sound, it's a consonant.
Okay.
Tell us in the comments how much you care about that one fun
Yeah, that was
rule.
super random and dumb, but my brain really did not comprehend that he was saying the word vowel. I'm
Yeah.
like, what the fuck are you asking me right now?
No, I understand. I wouldn't.
Where did that
know
even
either.
come from?
Somebody at work was talking about it, and I felt dumb, and I was like, Can you give me a single example of like when Y would be a vowel?"
But like, it's not like it's super uncommon words. Like, it's words that we know, like myth.
It's just the rule.
It's
Nobody does
just
the
a
rule.
rule that we don't know. It's like we learned that sometimes Y, but then we didn't learn which cases were vowel and which
Yeah,
weren't.
exactly. I have bad news.
What?
Can't find my prompts.
Why does he do this to me?
Did I delete them?
You better not have. Why would you have deleted them?
I don't know, but I found them. I found them a lot quicker last time.
It's also been a hot second since we did this.
That's true. Okay, roll the transition, baby. I cannot wait for them to hear that.
We should post this really cute picture of Foster while we're doing the podcast on so they can see how cute he is.
You want me to post a picture of him on the Instagram that nobody follows?
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna wait to promote it when we had like a following, because right now it has only the name. There's no profile picture,
I
no
mean,
bio, no.
Didn't
anything.
it get canceled because you didn't post anything? Don't you need to make
Yeah,
a
they
new
thought I was a
one?
bot,
Yeah.
and then I was like, no, I'm
So-
real. I'm just sad.
If you like us enough to want to follow us, we'll make an Instagram. If not, screw you guys, and we won't.
I'll do a Twitter, but like I don't have a Twitter, so I'd have to like learn Twitter.
Yeah, why
and
Twitter?
It's just a thing.
I don't
like
have Twitter either.
Because on Twitter you can like post things like word wise and get more interaction. I feel like, and on Instagram it's like pictures, and we're not visual.
Picture people. Yeah, okay. But you'd have to post the clever stuff because that's why I don't do Twitter.
Quitter.
That's why I don't do Twitter. I don't ever think of anything clever to say.
It could be more like. You said it, not me. We could be more like announcey and like, hey, if you guys have questions, post them on blah and like.
Yeah.
But like on Instagram, I feel like it's harder.
Yeah,
to do
you're
that.
right. Because people don't really comment. It's not really like a dialogue. It's just like, hey, look at this cool picture, like it or not.
Yeah. Like it or not. Well, it's a dog.
So we can have both. We'll do an Instagram and post pictures of our dog, and that's it. That's all you'll get. Nothing else.
It's not even a podcast
no,
Instagram. It's just a dog Instagram.
And then for Twitter, we'll ask you random ass questions and get your feedback, and then use that in the podcast if you answer. If not, again, screw you guys.
I think our last video is at like 30 views.
What?
Like 30 views, which is crazy.
That's insane.
I know. And I think we're at like 12
people.
subscribers.
I don't even know 12 people.
We're practically
Famous.
rolling in it. We're the next PewDiePie. I think I feel very confident to say we are going to be the next PewDiePie.
Like soon too.
Yes.
Like not far off. Like coming up, next PewDiePie.
So should we actually?
Sorry, we're starting the okay.
Okay, just kidding. Now hit the transition.
Yeah. We're transitioning now.
That's a new transition, baby. Found out about royalty-free music because it's motherfucking prompt time. Can you feel that? It's prompt time. It's prompt time. It's prompt time. We're gonna read words on a paper, make it sound cool. This is prompt time. Okay, we're back. Okay, so we recorded one, and I'm a little wish-washy about it. You know, I don't know if it's our best work. Maybe I'm just too self-critical. We're gonna do this one too.
We can still include it. Maybe it's just a little tidbit.
That's true. And we're going to try this one out. And if this one ends up being like 40 minutes long or whatever, then we'll just put this one in. But I'm going to try a little differently, okay? So I don't have a prompt.
Like written out.
Right. I have the story.
Okay.
And we can see what we do with it. Okay? So in this world, there is everything is in terms of what your family has handed down to you.
Okay.
So the riders of this kingdom, we're talking kingdoms here.
Mm-hmm.
So the best riders of the kingdoms have this pen that gets handed down from generation to generation, and it's like some power in this pen that like
so we are talking magic.
Right. So like the more that people use it, the stronger it gets, the better you get, like, and you're become whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The best chefs in the world have like a knife or whatever, or
chef's
a hat. Yes, a chef's hat. A little boyardee's running around, and you hand this down, right? But you, or our main character in the story, is an orphan.
Damn.
Who was found with nothing but a wooden box, probably the size of like a Rubik's Cube or maybe a little bigger.
Okay.
As far as you know, it does nothing.
Can it open? Is it just a cube?
As far as you know, it does nothing.
Okay. So we're talking a cube, not even a box. A straight up wooden cube.
Right.
Okay.
A wooden cube.
Okay.
And that's where it goes. That's where the story starts. Like there's like a lot of like background of like, yeah, the famous rulers have like the crown that they pass down, and it started from there.
Yeah.
And they just keep like the power keeps building.
That's crazy though. Like what if you decide you don't want to do that? Or is it one of those things that like innately you just do? Everyone in that family just wants to do be chefs.
I think it's more of like a societal thing. Like to even imagine not doing it is just like
it's ridiculous.
A crime.
Gotcha. Yeah, that does make sense. Kind of like a Divergent vibe.
But also in the sense, does that mean everyone can only have one kid?
Yeah, exactly. Or not even that. Like, you just have one kid, and then you like marry someone or something like like you wouldn't be able to have really divorce or stepkids or second kids or like anything like that unless it just passes down to the very first kid, and then that's it.
The first child, the firstborn, that can probably.
And then you can have more kids, but you're just setting them up for failure.
That's true.
So maybe it's a thing like you're allowed to have more kids, but most people don't because you're kind of setting them up for failure, because like maybe in this society you're not allowed to have a job without one of these tools. So you can't just like
so you're not like even seen as like a person.
Exactly. So you can't even just like be like, you know what? I'm the second kid. I didn't get anything. I want to go and learn to be a chef. You can't.
No,
like
no,
they
no,
won't
no.
let you into chef school
Yeah,
or
you got,
like
you got
anything.
that special hat from your dad?
Yeah.
No, I guess you're fucking not being a chef.
Exactly. And maybe it's different. Like maybe every different family line of chefs, like one person has a knife, one person has a hat. You know, like it's different, and depending on your family line, you get the different thing. But if you don't have an item at all, then you just can't. You're just like, you do the groundwork or whatever.
Right. So like, I guess as like an orphan, you're going to start off being seen, because orphans already get a bad rep.
Exactly.
Except for Batman, he's an exception.
Mm-hmm.
But like, you know how, like the character in the story can be treated. I'm trying to say the same thing for the fourth time now.
Mm-hmm.
The character can be treated just like ass.
Yeah, because maybe like he has this item, but people, I mean, there are other items in this world that aren't magical, you know?
Right.
So like he's just like, oh, like everyone's just like, oh, he's just got a memento or something. It's just some random toy that someone gave him. It doesn't mean anything. It's not magical. Like you are dirt, and you don't have a family to even try to help support you, so you're
dirt.
literally dirt.
Yes.
And then obviously the box is going to be magical.
Right. What if, like, hear me out, right? So the power comes from the lineage, right?
Okay.
And you're an orphan, so your parents die. So that
Mhm.
means the magic gets like siphoned out.
Oh.
So you have to like
So maybe
reawaken.
Maybe the box was magical and now it's not because they died off or something. Yeah, maybe there's like a ceremony. Maybe like it doesn't happen often, or if it does, like the royalty doesn't want you to know about it. But maybe there's like
that power can go away.
exactly,
or
or not even go away, but like it disappears. But then there's like a ritual or something that you can do to like reawaken the power in your object. You know?
So the people don't know. Okay.
Yeah, so the royalty doesn't want you to know because they don't want just a bunch of like orphans and like other people like trying to like
They want the
reawaken
power.
these magic items. Like if they go and kill someone off,
They can control who has the power.
exactly.
So if someone gets too strong,
yeah, they can
be
just
like,
go and kill off their lineage.
someone's gonna have a rough fall.
Exactly.
Oh, I like that.
But then at the same time, like this guy, main character, is obviously going to be the one that figures it out.
Right.
So like in reality, the power is not gone. Like everything's connected. It doesn't just disappear. It like goes somewhere or something.
I think
it's like dormant.
Yeah, like mass can't be created or destroyed.
Yeah,
or whatever.
exactly.
I think our character's gonna have a self-drive of like purpose. Like there's no way I'm just an orphan.
Yeah.
You know, like there's more to me.
Mm-hmm.
So in that pursuit, he'll be able to find out that like how the rules of magic work, and then he's like, well, that doesn't make sense. How come nobody else knows about this?
Mm-hmm.
Or like, how do you know about this? And
yeah.
then like
how this can't actually be a thing.
Right.
It's also cool too because he can do kind of like the Batman route. And like he has to figure it out on his own because he doesn't have magic like everyone else does while he's growing up.
Which makes him stronger.
Yes, so he's a lot stronger human being because he figures out how to live and survive and do everything without magic, unlike most people. And so then, and maybe he like figures out a way to move up in society or like things like that. But he just has all these skills that like a lot of the wealthy and the rich don't have. So then he starts figuring shit out also, and it's like, oh shit, you know?
That's pretty cool too. Like he starts to become like somewhat of a detective or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and like nobody has ever needed to like hide anything because nobody's been suspicious because they've all been like brainwashed by like the kings of like this is
and
the way the
whoever was
world
suspicious
works.
got killed off.
Right, exactly. So he's like, and that'd be cool too if there's like certain parts where like people with magic are just like stuck. And he's like, well, you could take this real world approach that's very simple to think of if you just take a step back.
Yeah, if you just don't use your magic for 2 seconds.
Yeah. So then I was also thinking like the character getting the magic back is only like half the story, right? Because after that, maybe he gets his magic back and it gets infused into the box or whatever, and then it becomes like really strong, which also becomes he like is now not only like a nuisance to the kingdom, but now like public enemy number one. Because if people can get their power back and possibly become stronger than the king, we got problems.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing too. I feel like it's one of those like he's trying to tell people the quote-unquote good news and show them how bad the government is, but that makes him public enemy number one, and they're all brainwashed by the government, so they automatically believe the government. So he's got to figure out a way to like show them and tell them before he gets killed by the government, kind of thing.
Yes, that's tricky too. It'd be cool if at the end of the story he actually ends up like dying, but like it ends with like the people like getting the message, you know, like it's one of those just like a one book or one movie thing, and it's
That's
just
so
like
hard to have a main character die off.
I know. But you know how many times that actually happens though?
What do you mean?
Like is it called Armageddon with Bruce Willis? Spoiler alert, he's an astronaut and he dies. And he's like the main character.
Okay, is there more?
More Armageddons?
No, more movies where that actually happens.
Oh, where the main character dies?
Yeah.
The Punisher technically dies and comes back to life.
Yeah, okay, that's not the same.
What movie did we just watch where like everyone dies? Oh,
yeah, what the Black Hat?
Black Hat with
Sucks.
Chris Hemsworth. Dookie movie.
Yeah.
So bad. The acting wasn't bad.
No, it's not
just
Chris
the
Hemsworth's
story,
fault at all.
Not anybody's in there's fault. The story was drawn out. It was 2 hours. It was 2 hours of a movie that could have easily been 90 minutes or less.
Yeah.
The director or whoever was doing
the whole
the shots.
first like 90 minutes was like okay. Wasn't a good movie or a great movie, but it was okay. And then the last like 20, 30 minutes, they just like bombed the movie.
Oh, it's so bad.
Yeah.
I'm like full
like
involved.
I literally wanted to stop watching the ending, and I'm the most curious person in the world, so for me to not want to know what the ending is like
bad.
a big deal.
I was fully involved until like I clicked on it and I was like, because I hit a point where like a big resolve happened or something.
And we were like, okay, so it's
and I was
over, like it's ending.
Yeah, I feel like this is a really good step towards like we're one step away from like beating the bad guys. And I clicked on it,
they can have a sequel or something.
There's 30 minutes left.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why?
They should have done a sequel. That scene where they get on the airplane and they're leaving,
Spoilers.
and that's the end.
Yeah.
And we checked for the time. That's where they should have ended it, which we already said, but it wasn't really resolved. But then
like
they could have done a sequel.
Yeah, I mean,
it was dumb.
It was a 2015 movie, like
but
whatever.
It's not even that. It was the way they did it. It was 100% the way they filmed it.
They did it really weird angles, and there's like they did a lot of like acting like they were in the computer, but they did it like twice in the first 5 minutes and then didn't do it at all until like the end of the movie.
And they literally made it last like a solid 5 minutes.
It was a lot.
Like it wasn't like a couple seconds or a clip or anything. It was like, let's go inside this computer for a solid 20 freaking minutes.
And it felt like the same thing every time. So we're just sitting there like watching these wires.
And it wasn't cool, yeah.
And just waiting for the rest of the movie to happen.
It was not cool.
We were upset a little bit.
Yeah.
We just like the movie ended and we're just like, thank God.
We
like it wasn't even
skipped
like
through the last couple minutes.
Yeah, because it was just like, can we just
finish this? And then when it does end, the end isn't even good.
You like watch them walk away for like 3 whole minutes, and it's like we know where they're going.
Yeah.
Bye, because like they're in an airport and it's like, oh, we have our money and we can like be free, but then they're just like holding each other and walking away.
But it's not even resolved. They're literally like
on the run or whatever.
Yeah, they're fugitives in the end.
Yeah.
So nothing gets resolved. There's not a big happy ending. It's literally like, okay, let's take the money that we stole
like
and be
a lot
fugitives
of the,
together.
This is a heavy spoiler, by the way. Like a lot of the heavy characters die. This is a 2015 movie, by the way, so I don't feel that bad.
Yeah.
But this is like all of the main characters die in like with 30 minutes left in the movie.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck else
what
could
else
happen?
is there to do? Yeah, exactly.
Wrap this up, bruh.
Yeah. It's bullshit.
Anyways.
Yeah, what were we talking about before?
We're talking about the prompt about the orphan in the box.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm
How
talking
do we
about
get to Black Hat?
Because we're talking about if he dies at the end of the book.
Yeah, I don't like that idea.
I don't love it, but it'd be
I
different.
mean,
you know?
I get the concept, and like I get where it has potential, but I just don't like it. Even like real movies and sad movies and stuff like that. You still watch them for the nice feel good at the end.
Right.
You
want the resolve.
Yeah.
But it'd be cool too. Like the fun thing is once he gets the magic back in the box, you get to decide what that does.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe he has a sibling. Maybe he has a second brother or something. So the big brother dies, and then the second brother figures out how to get the abilities through the box that the brother had.
Oh.
Because the second siblings can't have the power.
Because like they're born to learn that like once the first child dies,
That's
the magic dies. Or
yeah.
whatever.
Because it's supposed to go to their first child.
And that's how they get like away with like lying.
Yeah.
That
would be a cool sequel or something like that. Something to add on to it. A good reason for the main character to die, and you have that, but then there's still being like a resolution. And like maybe the little brother is like in the main story a little bit, like here and there, like you start to know the character enough that you like him and want to see what's happening.
Well, they can both
but not enough that he's like the main character.
They can both be like equal main characters, and then like a big climax in the book is that the like one that's like a little more attention wise, like
the one that gets the powers
55-45 kind of wise is that like he has the powers and then ends up dying because they're both like, well, or what happened, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
and you're
expecting the little brother to die because he's the less of the main character,
right?
And
maybe he's in like the shittier situation, or whatever.
Or something, and then the big brother does,
right? And then, what if the box is like a shell for like a creature? It's like an egg.
Ooh, that's a cool idea.
So like, what if their magical ability is that this box that gets handed down is a creature
Mhm.
that imprints on the firstborn, and once that creature matures, they like give birth to another box that doesn't turn on until the next firstborn child is given it.
So does the creature hatch before the big brother dies and imprints on him and then he dies?
No.
No, it doesn't hatch.
So the box lights up and you're still trying to figure out what it is.
So you get the magic.
But in the same night that you get the magic box back,
You die.
you run into the guards, you're trying to escape wherever you are to
Whatever
find
it
out
is,
to get the magic back.
But the
get
little brother was
cornered.
with you and you figured out the magic situation, so he
All
knows
together, all
what
a
you
team.
did. Yeah, so he knows what you did and he starts like working with it and figuring it out.
And he always
So
gets the box on him.
So it hatches and imprints on the little brother.
Right. He doesn't know what it is. It could be like an Aragon situation
Yeah.
where he's just like, I guess I'm going to take care of you until I can figure out what's happening. And then it just takes care of itself.
And then, so everyone has powers with these items, and these items, like, they siphon back and forth
I'm
and,
listening.
like,
Keep going.
power your magic and stuff like that. But at the same time, maybe whoever has this, like, creature ends up being almost like the most powerful, because you have your abilities and the creature has some sort of abilities too, which is why the kings and stuff wanted to kill off this lineage with the creatures, kill off the creatures, everything like that, so they wouldn't have the most power.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I like that. Like maybe it was like, this goes back like way back in like the history of like they were in rule because of the creatures they had, and like the creatures were even like benefiting society, and they'd like give them materials and shit that they needed.
Yeah, like maybe they weren't the rulers, they weren't the kings and queens, the people with the crowns.
But
they
damn,
were
they
like
close.
Yeah, and they were like the second hands.
Yeah.
They were like the people that were, you know, a big part of society, and they weaned them out because the kings and queens weaned them out because they didn't want them to eventually take over when the society realized that they were more beneficial than the rulers were.
They were clearly in more favor because they were like actually good people.
People liked them more. Yeah, exactly.
And they couldn't have that.
Yeah.
So then after that guy died out, like maybe he was just like, I just can't risk getting that close to a friend or whatever. So he'd use that as an excuse to like not let anybody get anywhere near as strong as him.
Yeah.
And then it just started going downhill. Like maybe the book starts like he's an orphan and like he almost has like as good of a life as it gonna get for anybody.
Yeah.
Because they're just sad and
because
alone.
he like maybe the king is like mad with power now. You know, like he's killed off so many people to keep his throne that he's just like going crazy and like stuff like that. So he just is a tyrant and rules, and like everyone is in the gutters pretty much. Even the ones that have power. If they don't have enough power, then they're still bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, like you're either a king or you're like a peasant.
Yeah.
There's no in between.
Yeah, there's not much of an maybe there's a little bit upper class just to make them feel special kind of thing.
The only thing that makes you feel like upper class is that you get to be a peasant who works for the king.
Yeah,
that's
or something like that.
You get to be like in a building with him.
Yeah.
And even then he's on the first floor and you're on the basement making him food.
Yeah. They could have like a small upper class, like a council that he's made up of people that he can manipulate, like the dumb
they're
people.
All pushovers.
Yeah, they're all
just
pushovers, all dumb, all just to like show that like they work with him and he's not doing it all alone and stuff like that. But he just makes them do what they want.
He makes them the like quote voice of the people end quote. So it's like, you guys decided this.
Yeah,
I'm just carrying out what you wanted because I love you, with like his fingers crossed behind his back.
Yep.
That'd be cool. I'm curious to think that like, well, first of all, I'll get back to that. So if he has a creature, the story could end where like the little brother can take like his rightful place as king. Even though I feel like that's kind of like stereotypical that like somebody starts in the rumps and then they rags to riches, you know.
Yeah.
But I think the battle would be kind of cool. Like
maybe he overthrows the king
Tripper
and the son, you know, the next in line for the king is still very young, hasn't been fully corrupted yet, that kind of thing. So maybe he doesn't take the throne, he just dethrones the current king to allow the lineage to move on, kind of thing. Maybe takes out the people that are working with the king, maybe takes out the queen if she was co-conspiring with, like, doing conspiracy with him and stuff. So maybe he doesn't take over, maybe he takes a place in society like they used to, but doesn't actually like become king. Maybe it's one of those things that they like all the citizens want him to because he saved the day, and he's like, no, that's not my job, that's his job, that's how this works.
Yes,
I still believe in our society, just stop manipulating the society.
Just do it the way you say you're doing it.
Exactly.
Instead of lying.
Exactly.
I think a good clear up in the rule that we're creating is that like when the parents die before handing down the item, that takes the magic from it.
Okay.
But if the thing gets like maybe there's like
maybe there's ceremony or something.
yeah, like kind of like a bar mitzvah, but in terms of like a coming of age, whatever.
I mean, just like with kings and queens, like a
right. Yeah. So like whenever
coronation, that's what it is.
There it is. So like there's like a ceremony that's kind of like, but it's kind of like a bar mitzvah / quinceañera thing where like it's not a whole ceremony the whole town comes for.
Yeah.
But it's a big family thing. So it's a big deal that like you do it in your own household. So as long as you get that like magic item passed down, and then the like God forbid the parent dies, like yeah it sucks, but the magic's still there because it got the transfer completed.
Wait. Ooh. So we didn't even think about this, but like you get married first,
right,
and then you have a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if two firstborns get married, do they hand both items down to the firstborn kid?
Oh, maybe that's
I didn't even think
a sign of power too.
Yeah, because I was kind of like, I was going to ask it earlier, but I was like, no, that doesn't make sense. Like if they're only having one child, then it would work out. But in reality, it wouldn't. If you have the kid before your marriage or whatever, then it would obviously be, just the one, whoever's the parent. But like if you have two prominent firstborns, like maybe you're not allowed, maybe firstborns aren't allowed to marry.
I was about to say
like
that.
a firstborn has to marry the second
like
or third.
You have to be like royalty. Only royalty can do that, and that's how you like keep the power. Is that like you only marry?
Yeah, because you have multiple items. You get the items from both family lines, and if you keep marrying in family lines, then you keep getting multiple. So you get more items, you get more power.
Maybe it's so fucked up that like each king generation you present your firstborn daughter.
Yeah.
And you're like, here's the powerful item we can offer you. And
exactly.
you're just like, I already have a magical pen.
Yes.
Like, I don't need you, bitch.
Well, and that's what it used to be back then. It's like a dowry. Like
right,
whoever had the most
them.
money. You
let's
presented
be clear,
your
women
daughter.
are property.
Yeah, of course.
Right.
So, but yeah, so like the ruler of the kingdom, like we have obviously multiple continents and stuff. So like, say you just have one ruler over the whole planet or whatever.
Right.
Okay. So then you have, every time they have a son or daughter, all of the like continents that are underneath this king and this ruler have to come forth with their firstborns, to be like, this is what we can offer you. So the king, the like king of all, has like this vault of just like powerful items, and that's why he like maybe he kills off people that don't want to give him part of their items. He kills off people that are getting too powerful.
I'm thinking if it's
like,
an item
like
that he wants, that he finds out about. And the parents don't even... Well, first of all, it's illegal to not present your daughter after she becomes a certain age.
Of course.
And then if you only go there because you go to jail and then he like wants to marry your daughter, and you make a big deal out of it, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Like, let's be very clear.
Yeah, because if he can't have the power, then the lineage does not have the power anymore.
Do you think he should present... They have to present before they come of age, so that if he sees a power that's too dangerous that he can't have, he can kill him.
He can do it.
Because if they're of age, the magic's already transferred, and killing them does nothing.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't like the action of killing, but the idea I enjoy.
It's sons or daughters. So like if instead of it just being women, like in the past or whatever, it would be like if the king has a son.
He's purely interested in the power of the item. Exactly. He doesn't care who it belongs to.
If the king has a son, then you present your daughters.
Very progressive of him.
And if the king has a daughter, then you present your sons.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter
yes.
which is which. It doesn't matter who's in power.
Like,
as long as it's his lineage that's in power.
Well,
king or queen.
But in the sense, too, he has to be able to have a child.
What do you mean?
Like if it's a king. Oh, you mean if it's a queen, you present the guys, and if it's a king, you present the girls?
Yeah.
Okay, I am dumb. But yes, so that way you can like keep an order.
So it's always his firstborn. It doesn't matter if his firstborn's a girl or a boy.
And that's how we slipped through, because we didn't have parents to present us or to present the main character.
Mm-hmm.
You just had two brothers, and the orphanage never went because it's an orphanage. Why are they going to have shit we care about?
Exactly, and most orphanages don't have powerful items passed down.
Because their parents are dead before they got them.
Exactly.
Damn, this is kind of falling into place.
Yeah.
So then, so now let's start the whole power thing too. Is like maybe we're an orphan and our brother and stuff, and we like befriend someone who's a firstborn.
Yeah.
And they get like taken or something.
Yeah. And then that's why you care. That's why you start getting involved.
We start searching.
And like also we were saying too that you have to do this like quinceañera to get the.
I love that. That's what we're using as a reference. I just couldn't think of anything fast enough.
I told you a coronation.
It's close enough. Yeah, I know. I just not as funny.
Anyway. You do this ceremony to get the power, so as an orphan, even though you have the item, they never did the ceremony. They were too young, like whatever the situation that it doesn't
the parents were
happen.
gonzo.
And that's part of what he figures out too, is that you don't actually have to do the ceremony. Like the ceremony is all show. The ceremony is like to show that we're passing down the powers and stuff like that.
Yes.
But in reality,
a celebration.
Yes, in reality, it's more culture than it is actually the reason that the power gets passed down.
Yes. So he like finds out how to get the power, or like it can be some like awakening thing.
Yeah.
Where like he has to do like something special.
Yeah, like so part of the quinceañera
yes.
is there's all this pompous and all this like fake nonsense that's culture that they do, but in reality there's one step out of the like 30 that matters and like unlocks the power, you know? So without this big ceremony, so everyone thinks without this big ceremony you can't do it, so without the parents you can't do it, but in reality that one step doesn't actually involve the parents and the kid. Like it's literally just the next person in line
the magic is out there.
Unlocks the power. Yeah.
Right. So like in the ceremony the magic is in the parents, and you like siphon it out of the parents and put it into the item.
Yeah.
When your parents are dead, the magic is floating around you, but of course you can't see it. And then there's like an item or some kind of ritual or spell or whatever you want to call it
so that you can have
that
it.
siphons the magic back into the item to then bestow that magic onto you. Because in this world it can't go from person to person, because that's what we said.
Yeah. Or the item's a conduit no matter what. So when they die, maybe the magic immediately goes back to the item. And the problem is unlocking it for the next person.
Oh, I see.
So maybe it just automatically goes to the item since the item's a conduit anyway. And you have to have the item to have the power even with the transition, you know?
Yes.
So it's being able to unlock it for the next person in line.
I do like that.
Yeah.
And then like maybe we already discussed about how like they were too powerful and their parents got killed off, and so that king didn't worry about them.
Yeah.
Because they won't have that magic, and there's no way lonely little kids are gonna figure out the secret or some shit.
No, of course not. But yeah, so then firstborns can't marry each other.
Yes.
Because then they would have too many items.
Too much
so
power.
then that's how the second and third borns even like stay in society, because they're still like the dirt of the dirt, but they still need to be used.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
They're tools.
Yes.
And then what if you can find ways to like, so if the king has multiple items, okay, so like a king marries somebody with 2 items, and then their son acquires those 2, and then he marries a woman for the 3rd item, and then their child.
So they're always marrying a different lineage. They never stay in the same lineage.
How would you beat that?
What do you mean?
Like if we need to dethrone the king, he might be so powerful they can be like, yeah, I'm corrupt, but I could also kill all of you.
Yeah.
So you're gonna listen to me, champ.
Well, maybe it's one of those things that you actually have to have the items to have the power.
Like physically in your hand.
Yes. So like he's got so many items that he just has them in a vault. He just wants the power to himself so that he could say that he has it.
Them. Yeah.
So in reality, he only ever has 1 or 2 or 3. You know, he gives them, like he has one, the queen has one, the whatever has one.
Yes.
So in reality, they are very, very powerful. It would still be a very difficult fight, but it wouldn't actually be all the items that he's got.
True. But it could make.
And maybe you can take over his vault. Maybe that's the first step, is to get.
Even though they didn't mean nothing to you.
Exactly, though. But he can't go and get them. He can't get his guards to go and get them or anything like that.
It could create some cool, like, not like fight kung fu scenes, but like some battle scenes where like maybe the first couple interactions he just happened to have different items with him at a time, so it's always a different
problem. Kind of fight. Yeah,
because like before,
so they're trying to figure out how to beat him because he has one item.
Yes.
And then they go to try to beat him the way that they figured it out, and it doesn't work because he has a different item.
Right.
And it always changes.
And you have to keep like figuring out where he hit it. And maybe he secretly lets his guards like marry a firstborn, just so like his
he's
actual
still in control
guards
of the power.
His guards can have like 3 items on them, like something small enough to present them with powers of like 3 items, but that's like the limit. Because then he like kills them.
And he's the one that like does the matches and everything.
Right.
So he has control of who has what powers.
He decides what they're given, because like the women come to him.
Yeah.
So he's like, I don't want yours, but you're gonna be good for like protection.
Yes, exactly.
So you're gonna marry this guy, or I'm gonna kill your parents.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah, because it's like, here's the 100 people that you have to marry my one son.
Yes.
But I'm not going to put the rest of you to waste.
No.
I'm going to take at least another 20 of you and marry you off to the
people
I want.
And then after 3 generations, you can have like a lineage of guards that are perfect, and then you just make them marry second-borns to keep those same 3 in rotation. I would watch the shit out of this movie, dude.
Yeah. Of Cool, right?
It is very cool. But yeah, so then like that's how he like that's like the background of him establishing his power,
Yeah.
and then from then it's just us trying to like figure out what the hell they've got going on.
Yeah, that's like our society, and then you'd have to like figure out the plot and stuff. But then, so like maybe that's why he's never been overthrown either, is because his power is always changing, all this other stuff. So maybe the creature is the key, which is why he took the creature out.
Right.
But the creature has some type of ability. He can predict. He can whatever. He's strong
You know
enough.
what? Maybe the creature is the one thing he can't take power of because it's its own living thing. So it can like control the magic, and it can be like, no, you're not my lineage.
Yeah.
So I'm closing back up.
So I can't. Yeah.
So that's why he tried to take the power by marrying one of them or something, and it was like, no, that's not right.
Yeah.
And then he was like, okay, well, I'm gonna kill your owner.
Everyone. Yeah.
Because life means nothing to me.
Yeah.
And then he tried to kill everybody, and he's like, they're just kids. I won't kill the kids. Who cares? Fuck.
Yeah. They won't get the power. They just.
It doesn't matter.
Nothing. Yeah.
So then. Yeah, okay. He's like, here, kid, you can even have the box.
Yeah.
As like it starts with like a
like
fuck
an
you.
I'm not even concerned with
Yeah,
you.
like a fuck you.
Yeah.
And it ends up being the fuck him.
Yep.
God, we're so good at this.
We are. We're great at this.
Right, George Lucas,
Hit us up.
hit us up. Anyone with money. Dwayne, The Rock Johnson,
Like you just started with Dwayne.
Robbie. You know who you are.
You know who I'm talking to. Did you know I saw a video on the Jumanji set that The Rock doesn't walk anywhere?
What?
Like literally anywhere. Like on set, like he is in a car while what's his name?
Kevin Hart.
Yeah, while Kevin Hart and some of the other
I would
people.
like you to know that she told me who Kevin Hart was by putting a hand showing there's a really short person.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Fuck
is.
you, Kevin Hart. Just kidding. I love you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like it's literally a video of The Rock in a car, and they're walking on the outside, and they're on set,
Oh.
and he's driving, and
Yeah.
it literally is like, yeah, The Rock doesn't walk anywhere, and it really pisses Kevin Hart off.
I'm sure it's just like a situational thing. Like it's just.
I don't know.
Because I would believe Kevin Hart to make up that shit. But like, yeah, he just doesn't walk ever.
No, but it was The Rock videoing it.
Oh, maybe he just like is feeding into it too.
Yeah.
It's like I'm so much better than him. I don't have to walk
But
anywhere.
I just think it's so funny seeing
I
such
love those
like,
two together.
like fitness. They're hilarious, but such a fitness like The Rock,
Oh, like
built guy,
peak-
just not walking
Yeah,
anywhere
yeah.
ever.
Oh, I refuse.
Yeah, like I
That's my
just
Dwayne
don't
Rock
need to
Johnson
use those
impression.
muscles. It's not a thing.
No, we don't need leg day.
No,
Like, tell me one time you've used your legs.
exactly.
Exactly.
Not necessary.
I'm beyond happy with how that prompt went.
Yeah.
That's like actually exciting. Like I would like write this out just to see like how far we could go, like
Yeah.
how deep it could get, you know.
Yeah.
But that was really cool. If you guys have any other like ideas or like item ideas, like what?
Yeah, power ideas, like
Yeah,
how the
like what
powers
could
would
it
actually
do?
work with the items, kind of thing. That would be very cool.
Please leave it in the comments.
Yeah.
That's super cool. If you think like the lineage, if there's anything else we forgot of like how
Yeah,
like
because
that
we
would
almost
work.
forgot the firstborn thing,
Yeah, that's true.
and like multiple items from parents, because that wouldn't make sense.
Yeah,
you
like
know?
what are some other plot holes that we'd have to figure
Yeah.
out, you know? Or how would you fix the plot holes? you
Yeah.
know? That's so sick. Should we have a closing? Should I make a closing? No, let's just say bye. I don't want to
like
deal with that.
Fuck you, I love you, bye.
Just like super manipulative.
Yep,
You're a piece of shit and I love you.
bye.
Okay. Thank you guys for joining us. Sorry about the mix. I don't know. It's a little bit rough of recording, but we made it work. We're going with the
Yeah.
second prompt today. The first one didn't
Okay.
work out, and we grow. We learn from our mistakes. Let me know if you like the new intro. I think it's like 40 seconds long
And
if
the
you want to skip it.
transition.
Let me know if you like a transition. And fucking, I love you guys so goddamn not. Psych! Just kidding. I love you. Bye.
Fuck off, bye.